viewers. Good evening, all of you. Today, let us discuss about the Trump's trade war against India and now the ongoing talks in USA on trade and commerce on the trade tariffs between India and America. The Indian exports are being heavily ta- taxed by the or levied tax by the USA government, and not only taxes on Indian products, it also has raised the price of H1B visas. It is nothing but an indirect war and a direct attack on the Indian economy. In one way, he is calling Modi as my best friend, as my good friend, and the another way he is banging the head of Indian trade and commerce and the aspirants and of the software personals or techies or professionals or the doctorates or the PG students or the degree students who are willing to study and get employment in USA. In all ways, he is curtailing the Indian aspirations and Indian trade. So now what India has to do? India has already has its own plans, like against the trade and tariffs issue. India has diversified its trade. It has started its effort in diplomatic way. Already it has entered into an FTA, the fixed trade agreement with UK 3 months ago, and not only with UK, with all European Union countries, India is making trade nowadays with a diversification of trade. Thus, India has found some new countries to export its goods, and India also has found some African countries and some other Asian countries like Russia and China also. Obviously, though it is a little, not as much as China is doing, because China is a manufacturing giant. We are not that much in manufacturing. We are all into education and technological services. We are dominating the world. That has become a uh, heartburn to USA, especially to Trump, who takes crazy decisions, and he has imposed $1 lakh as H1B visa fees. So no software company or no employer will take Indians or any other nationals by paying $1 lakh as H1B visa fees. So this is obvious. So we have to find suitable options for this. What we are doing is we have developed global capacity building centers, and we encouraged the USA companies and the European companies also to set up GCCs in all over India to make the techies work there, so there will not be any botheration of H1B visas or permissions or grants from USA government, because now India is giving the opportunity for the USA companies to set up its own business here, and it is facilitating their business by all ways and means. Apple has come, Google has come. Google's biggest trade, biggest Asian's biggest center was being going to be established in Visakhapatnam city, our own city. I am very happy for this, and I already had made a video about this. This all happened 2 months ago. and now also Accenture also coming. So, in all over nationwide, many USA companies are coming and establishing their GCCs here to capture or to catch up the employees here who are technologically skilled and more fluent in English, who can understand English well and who can speak English well, unlike the Chinese youth or the Chinese people. So what we don't have is the manufacturing, and what we have is the technical and spoken English skills. So we are more dependent on our HR, human resources, for for gaining or for earning the foreign exchange reserves from all over the world. And now India has to set up. The third thing is India has become a global leader and highly populated and most diplomatic country. Though Trump is throwing words like pans and bowls on the Modi ji or India in Modi ji is more patience, showing more patience, and he is bearing all the blames and the tariffs war against India, and he is very silent. And recently he has made a trade agreement with Mauritius. The trade will happen in Indian currency or in Mauritius currency. Thus, he started de-dollarization. Now, the BRICS meeting is going on in Brazil. He sent Jaishankar, the External Affairs Minister, to that meet in place of Modi ji. So the BRICS people also are interested in developing a unique currency, and they are more willing to do in their own national currencies rather than dollars. And India also uh, has has expressed their the country's unwillingness to be in SWIFT. Trump is threatening that I will throw you out of SWIFT. SWIFT is a banking system to do business and trade in the form of dollars, and it has also he has also threatened Brazil, Russia, and China that I will throw you all out of SWIFT. But nobody is threatened by that. And this is one more strategy that for de-dollarization and doing business in their own currencies among the nations, and not only BRICS nations, with all neighboring nations. India has to do trade in their own currency. And now the next one is the global leadership of India, and India is not only a leader in politically, it has grown up politically very much from the small developing country to towards the developing economy. Now India is the fourth largest economy. Soon it will become the third largest economy, maybe in 5 or 10 years more. So now uh, India is focusing more on the agriculture and textiles, fisheries, and exports of textiles, jewels, and gems to all other countries. Not only that, India is more campaigning about Swadeshi, and Swadeshi Atmanirbharta means doing our own business in within our own country, because ours is the highest populated country in the world. So now we need not search for markets all over the world. Thus they have reduced the GST on many goods, textiles, jewels, gems, customer needs, these groceries, and vehicles, cars, bikes, TVs, ACs, fridges, everything, so that 2.6 lakh crores of uh, income is being generated within India, and thus the market is in circulation fully at this moment of Dashara and Deepavali festivals. So, thus, India has developed more Swadeshi Nirbharta, Atma Nirbharta, and this is one strategy to get rid of the Trump tariff war against India. So, not only this, and the global capacity building centers is also one more strategy. And Trump cannot do anything to India more than that. And Trump has put sanctions on the port in Iran. So, the port was put under sanctions in view of curtailing the crude supply from Russia through the Jabhar port, and now India is again trying to do its crude oil business with Iran. Earlier, India used to do 20% of crude oil business with Iran, but in the wake of friendship and in the wake of diplomacy, diplomatic relations and bilateral relations with America, it has stopped importing crude oil from Iran. Now, India is again trying to do import of crude oil from Iran. It's already declared that wherever the item is cheaper, we do our business with that country and in our own currency. With Russia in rubles and rupees, and with Iran in its own currency. So now uh, Trump has no more uh, voice to threaten India. Whether the trade talks in USA now with Piyush Goyal, the Commerce Minister, and the USA Commerce Minister, the Trade Minister Howard Lutnick will go positively or negatively, but we have our own ways to face the situation. Whether it is positive, we are happy. Whether it is negative, we have our own ways to come out of the trade war. We have our own markets. Within our country, we have a very huge market. Only thing is, we have to liberalize the GSTs furthermore, and we have to think positively for the money flow in the market. If you reduce the flight charges, or if you reduce the ACs and higher goods, it is of no use. If you reduce the common minimum needs, then it will give more fruitful results to the government for the circulation of money in the market. This is my suggestion, and not only my suggestion, it is a suggestion of many intellectuals and many financial planners. So this is all up to now. Have a good night and happy sleep. Bye. Like